Good morning and welcome to Get Enlightened with me, Lauren Scott. Hey guys, I hope y'all are having a wonderful week, and I hope that y'all stepped outside last night if you're in the U.S. because we had incredible northern lights that lit up our sky over here. Like it was red. We'd had them I think last year, but it was like a light pink and you had to use your phone. But last night it was like red. It was incredible. So I hope everybody saw those. These geostorms have been insane. So I'm sure everybody's energy has been nuts with the Mercury retrograde and the geostorms the way that they have been. So I hope everybody's staying grounded like what we talked about last week and taking deep breaths before they respond. You know, Mercury retrograde is one of those things that it used to really, I feel like, affected me until I kind of realized that, like, the shadow period's always what shows me. So by the time that it actually hits, I'm like, oh, okay, I got this. I've learned what I needed to learn. I'm going to coast through this. But it's not always like that for everybody. So if you're having trouble with communication, devices, traffic, it's going to be a crazy Thanksgiving. So just remember, take a breath before you respond, because if you respond, you're probably going to regret it without that breath. Let's see what's going on today. I have stepped into my full role and returned back to selling entertainment, which has been exciting and fun, but has kept me busy. Between that and doing my pottery, it's just been insane over here, and having a son who's a senior and getting all those things in line, and it's been a crazy ride. Thank you to our listeners all over the world. We are now in, I think, 36 countries, which is crazy to me. Even countries that aren't supposed to be listening to us are listening to me and Paige and my incredible guests, and it's just been super exciting. Some of the things that we have coming up is, of course, we have Porch Time with Paige. I think I have Kate and her from Mindful Magic. They will be coming on. Then I will have the lady who is over Shakeology coming on in the new year. We are adding a little bit of video coming on in the new year. I have a little studio now, which is kind of cool, that will be finished by then. We won't be doing, of course, video for every single one, but we will be doing video for a few of them. So I'm excited about that. Let's see what else, besides staying grounded right now and stepping into our new realities while staying grounded. What is it that we need to discuss? Oh, well, if you are interested in how the astrology is going to be, I dropped 2 weeks ago Rachel Ruth Tate over from the Astrology Roadshow, and she also now has the Astrology Table podcast, which is really, really good. If you want to jump on over there and listen to them, that one's always a good one. And we are jumping into last time I talked about my book, we talked about energetic, not so much the healing, but just what energy is and how to take the woo-woo out of it and how to keep your boundaries up. And today I was wanting to kind of discuss meditation. I had seen a thing that said that meditation is a form of spiritual bypassing. And let me tell you right now, that is not true, guys. Going inward and relaxing and finding your center and meditating, whether you have monkey mind or not, is not it doesn't harm you in any form or fashion. It's kind of like the people that say the law of attraction doesn't work. The law of attraction works. We sometimes not always the way that you think it needs to work, but it works. So, I really want to caution people. I think it's always funny when they talk about New Age, right? And I think I've chatted with this before, because how is what we do with energy, meditation, yoga considered New Age when it's been around longer than most things? Like, astrology is something that Queen Elizabeth I used to have. She had her own astrologer that gave her everything that she did was around the astrology. The Indians, the Native Americans, I should say, everything was done on astrology because they didn't have time like we do now. So I'm confused at when people say, oh, that's woke, or oh, that's new age. I mean, how do you say that's new age when it's been around longer than, quote unquote, your age? You know what I mean? In the 70s, it kind of brought it all together, and that's when really yoga and meditation came to the forefront of America, because, you know, it was the thing for the hippies. They would meditate and go to India, and they had these gurus, and, you know, that's right around the time that you had the gurus that brought in the Kundalini yoga, which is not, I mean, it's not really a form of yoga. It's not based on the yoga context. It was made by a man who taught his own form of yoga, which is great. I mean, more power to you. But I have a lot of misunderstanding and questions about Kundalini yoga, because I kind of look at it as a cult. Anybody who separates or tries to cause separation in any form or fashion, or put you above everybody else, I look at it as a cult. Do I think that the stuff that they do is good? Yeah, I do to some extent. I mean, some of it's not, it doesn't have any basis, but, you know, whatever resonates with you is what you resonate with. But if you are getting certified and thinking that you need to be certified in every single thing that you do, that's just not how life works, guys. You don't need to pay thousands of dollars to get these stupid certifications. You just don't. I mean, you can learn them on your own. You can, there are certain things that you can look up and do, but you don't have to have a certification for every single thing. And the problem with the spiritual community for me is that it is really ego-based. Really ego-based. I mean, I've talked about this a few times, about how I worked in media, entertainment, NFL, NBA, with some huge egos, and I've never dealt with the ego-based as I have working in the yoga and spirituality fields. It is something that haunts me still today, and I wish that I could figure out how to help change that, or write a book on it, but I mean, I just think that, you know, spirituality, it's kind of like church. It brings in a lot of broken people. And so when you bring a lot of broken people together, you have people that put themselves on a pedestal as quote unquote healers. But just because you've done a few certifications and ayahuasca or mushroom ceremonies, that does not make you a healer in any form or fashion. A healer is somebody who sits in the pain of the other, who holds the space of the other. You don't heal them. You help them heal themselves. You're not a guru. You're just you. And when you're looking for spiritual teachers, guys, ask about their background. You don't want somebody who is not helping themselves in their everyday life trying to teach you how to live and help yourselves. Like, it's something that I really, really want to talk about in so many ways. And we'll probably write a book on it, because it's something I saw. I've always been very independent. So one of the things that when I stepped into the spiritual world, I was really young when I stepped into the spiritual world. I was 7 years old. And then when I moved to Granbury, it was a circle, and it was private, and it was quiet, and everybody needed to know somebody to be in this meditation circle, which is great. And the people were great. But as I sat there and went to the different circles, I was learning that, like, most of those people, their lives are shit, right? Their lives are just complete shit. Same when I opened up my space, the people that I thought were healed and helping me were not healed, not doing any work themselves, but then telling people how to heal and work on themselves. It's so ridiculous, and has always just been so ridiculous to me. So I want to find how we can make it to where the ego is taken out of it, and like you're giving yourself, you're walking your talk, and you're teaching that as a partner and a coach, but not as a guru. We don't need to put anybody on pedestals. You know, we're trying to fall from the patriarchy society into the matriarch society, but if we're still using the same energy of that patriarch society and putting, quote unquote, these gurus on up as a god or goddess, then how is that any different than using it as a patriarch society? Like, it's not. You're still having a founder when really everything is inside you. And once you go inside and you learn where your triggers are, what affects those triggers, and start healing those triggers, that's all you need to do, guys. Everybody has beautiful powers. Everybody can connect in their own way. It doesn't have to be a special, I'm saying that with like the little marks. You don't have to be special to do it. You just have to be able to connect, hold space, and know what's going on, know what's happening. And I think that was one of my biggest things is, I was a channeler and knew things, but I never knew how I knew them, right? And we live in a society where it's still kind of taboo to be like, oh, this is what's going on. Where now I'm like, oh, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. And if it happened, it happened. And if they want to doubt me, go ahead and doubt me. But I would never say, I can heal you. I am your healer. I am your shaman. I can teach you. I can teach you how to heal yourself. I can hold space for you while you do that. And while you're teaching, I'm teaching you, you're teaching me. You're teaching me how to connect, how to hold that energy, how to separate myself from that energy. It should be a yin and yang in all of your relationships. When you give something, you should feel an equal take, if that makes sense. And so right now, one of the things that I'm really working on is not blocking myself from accepting, but also not blocking myself from giving. But I don't want to give too much. I want to give to where I also feel like I'm accepting. Equal energy exchange. So when you start feeling like, oh, I'm doing too much, or I'm this, or I'm that, take a step back, take a deep breath. 1, know it's okay to say no. 2, know that we're all here just trying to do our best, right? And 3, know that you don't need a guru to heal. You can heal yourself. Find a teacher, a coach that's on and aligned with you, that resonates with you, and help yourself. Find that light, that spark back. I promise you it's totally worth it. And reach out to the people that are on this channel that I have, because there are some amazing, talented, beautiful souls that can help you during this journey. My book can help you during this journey while you connect to what energy is and how to use it in yourself. We're all here just trying to have some fun. So let's have some fun. Stop putting so much pressure on you on trying to be perfect, and understand that there's nobody perfect. And stop spending so much money on people that can heal you. Like I said, most of those times when you peel away the layers of what their lives look like, 9 times out of 10, especially in the spiritual community, it's not anything that you want your life to look like. And I hate saying that, and someday I hope that will change. But I've been in a few spiritual communities, and I think that's just how it is right now. And I've talked to a few people. We're going to have a few people on here that are a part of some spiritual communities. I no longer am. I'm friends with people that are in them, but I have stepped out of any kind of circles or any of that. I don't resonate with it anymore. I haven't resonated with it for a long time. But counseling's good too, guys. And, it is always amazing to me how many people want to fix themselves, but they want an easy answer. There's nothing about healing that's easy. So make sure that you get it with the right person. All right, guys, thank you so much for letting me be on my soapbox today. And I hope that you stay grounded, take those Epsom salt baths, take a breath before you respond, and know that shit's going to be a little messed up throughout the next 2 weeks, especially traveling. So if you are on the road listening to this, my love and light is surrounding you, sending you all the good vibes during this crazy time of travel with Thanksgiving. And I am so happy that you're listening to us, and catch us next week. I we will not be on Thanksgiving week. Then we will start back up in December, start through that, not be on during Christmas and New Year's because I will be off the grid. And then we will start January with the video, guys. So thank you again for listening to Get Enlightened with me, Lauren Scott, and have a wonderful, wonderful week and weekend.